In 1944, in Warsaw, Poland, the event known as the Warsaw Uprising occurred, where Polish rebels fought against the German soldiers in order to fight for their freedom. However, I am getting ahead of myself, so we should probably start where it all began, in the beginning.
Poland, September 1939. The German foe begins its ruthless march of conquest and sets the stage for World War II.
On September 19th, 1939, the Germans start World War II by invading Poland.
Gasoline is sprayed on the building. On September 1st, Danzig is incorporated into the Reich, and all heard of military might. With little to stand in their way, the Nazi division terrorized a freedom-loving people.
The Armee Krajowa, also known as the Home Army, was founded in February of 1942, led by General Komorowski. On November 20th of 1943, General Komorowski ordered that Operation Tempest begin. Operation Tempest was where a planned series of local military uprisings were to go against the Germans. At the time, however, Warsaw was not part of Tempest, but that changed in July of 1944 when the Soviets came in and proclaimed that the Polish Committee of National Liberation was not necessary. And after discussion, Warsaw became part of the Home Army. The Soviet Union, or Russia, had encouraged Poland, the Home Army, for their uprising, and they said they would provide aid for Poland. The Home Army was uneasy because the Soviets had already gained control of the eastern part of Poland and had formed the Polish Committee of National Liberation to keep the Soviet Union/Polish territory they had. The Home Army, though, decided to agree with the Soviet Union and revolted. 50,000 people that were part of the Warsaw Corps attacked the weak German forces on August 1st, and they were able to gain control in 3 days. However, the Germans sent reinforcements and constantly attacked the Polish within the air and artillery
The uprising
for
was
the
fought
next
for
63
days
days.
with little outside support. It was the single largest military effort taken by any European resistance movement during World War II. The uprising began on August 1, 1944 as
The Allies wanted to help and give the Polish people supplies. However, the Soviet Union denied the Allies a base to airlift supplies for the Poles. Without no supplies, the Home Army was forced to split into different groups and was later forced to surrender and taken prisoner on August 2nd. The Germans then deported the rest of the population of Warsaw and demolished the remainder of the city. Those who were captured were sent to concentration camps and forced labor camps. The Soviet Union allowed the Germans to get rid of the military organization that supported the Polish government in exile in London. In the end, the Soviet Union got Poland, and which led to make the Communist Provisional Government of Poland in July 1st, 1944. Some of the successes that the Home Army did have is that on August 5th, they were able to liberate 348 Jews from the concentration camp of Gazio-Kau. Other ways the Home Army fought against the Germans was by blowing up railways, bridges, and damaging and sabotaging the provisions and equipment of the Germans that they needed. It was believed that they were responsible for over 100,000 acts of sabotage, and Operation Heads being the most prominent one, where they assassinated high-ranking Gestapo and SS officials. Even though the tragic loss of the Warsaw Uprising happened, those Poles that escaped were able to keep fighting for their country, along with the Americans, the British, and the other countries with the Allies. Their love for their country never left their hearts.